Hey guys, it's Tony Robbins. Listen, I've got a video here for you today that I think you'll really enjoy. I am, for the last, I guess, 9 months or so since the economy took its giant collapse all over the world in different areas financially, I've been meeting people that are trying to figure out what to do financially. And I've watched so many people in business who are trying to figure out what to do. Their customers are responding in a different way. They're hanging on to their money and they're concerned. And so I thought, you know, the traditional approaches to business are not making a difference. What I'm best at is modeling. You know, I've always, when I wanted to figure something out, I go to people that are the best in that area and figure out what they're doing and teach myself how to do that and then teach others to do the same once I've proven it's worked with myself. I said, I want to find the best of the best, and I've been really fortunate over the last, as I say, probably 7, 8, 9 months to have spent some time interviewing and getting to know and becoming good friends with many of the top people in the internet marketing. I mean, people that they're not the likely people you normally look at. I look at them as the new money masters. You know, they're guys that, you know, they didn't have the traditional education and ladies that didn't, but they found a way to add value. So whether you're looking for, you know, an opportunity to figure out how to have a second income stream, or you have some form of business you're considering being in or you're in and you want to learn some tools, I thought I'm going to create some great products for this, but I thought I'd just send you out first a neat little interview that I did with them. These guys called me up and said, can we come by? I'd love to chat with you. And I said, well, we're going to chat. Let's put it on film. So we just knocked around, and what they wanted to ask me was, look, you know, we've spent enough time with you. We know you know how to get people to take action. I said, well, come on over and let me kind of get inside your heads a little bit. Let me see why you follow through. Why do so many people say they're going to do something and then never follow through? And a few people do something inside their head and heart that gets them to follow through. So I just thought you might enjoy this conversation we've had. It's with Frank Kern and John Reese, two of the best in this industry. And you know, I think you'll find it interesting. Maybe you'll be triggered a little bit to think about what will get you to follow through too. So this is my little gift to you. I hope you enjoy.
We got the dialing.
Frank.
Tony, what's up?
Good thing, man. How about you?
I'm good. Listen, we've got a serious issue that I think is affecting our market, and we need your help. We actually don't know if we can solve this problem, but we think that you can. So we want to barge in today. We're kind of riding around anyway. I know you're shooting and stuff, but if you got a couple minutes so we can pop by, that sure would be helpful.
Okay, well, I'm honored. If you help me. Come on over. I look forward to seeing you.
Okay. See you, man.
All right, man.
Bye.
Look forward to seeing you, John. Bye-bye.
Yep,
Bye.
see ya. So why are we in a hotel anyways?
They use this place a lot to shoot stuff because it's got a really nice background.
Oh, so
really nice outdoor
filming
stuff.
different guests and interviews
Yeah.
and TV commercials?
Hey, man. How's it going?
Come on in.
All right. Thank you. Hey,
Hey,
Tony.
guy.
What's up?
How you doing, man?
What's all this?
Doing a little leadership filming now.
That's awesome.
Good to see you.
All right. Thanks for having us, man.
Hey, how you doing? Well, come on in. I'm curious to what this major problem is that you're going to see me right away about. This sounds like a setup to me, man.
It's a setup, yeah. I told John it was an intervention about his glue sniffing problem.
Well, come over and sit on my lap.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So we were doing some talking, and the big problem in our industry, we think, is a bit of a mystery. No one has the exact answer. We were actually talking about trying to figure it out, that, you know, so many people in our market get these courses that, you know, him and I both, for our own respective businesses, spend hours and hours of time, you know, recording these, you know, building these education products, these training products to show people how to grow a business or build a business. But there's this large segment of our customers and our market that we're in that really don't get results. They don't do anything, or they're just, you know, for whatever reason, it's not for them. It's just, you know, we were just talking about how great it would be if there were just, you know, so many more success stories, right? Like,
If everyone who actually bought stuff, not necessarily just our stuff, but all of the stuff within our community, if the people who bought it, if everyone who bought it just actually used it, you know, and just followed the directions and followed through, how amazing that would be, like what we would accomplish as a community as a whole if that happened. So our challenge is, what needs to happen, what kind of shifts need to happen to get people to follow through, to get people to actually use the products?
You're talking about the same mystery that people have of, you know, why does somebody, you know, get that fat, or they're out of control and they hate themselves, but then they go have another piece of chocolate? Or, you know, why does the person who's just, the doctor just told them they have cancer, lung cancer, and said you've got to stop smoking, and some studies show 70% of people keep on smoking. So you're not talking about a minor issue here, right? It's part of life. But there is an answer because there are people that do follow through, and there are people that never did before, and then they've never followed through in their life, and now finally they break through. And that's what I try to focus on, is what those people do.
You know, in my case, in the business world, I look at people like you, people like Dan Kennedy. What do these guys do? Okay, I'm just going to do that to the best of my ability. And sure, you know, it's like, well, oh no, I can't write copy as well as Dan Kennedy, or I don't have as much energy and drive as Tony Robbins. Well,
but you didn't start
so
like,
what?
You didn't start out as Frank Kern. You didn't start out who you are. You started out trying to make how much? Come on.
$300.
Yeah.
A week.
A week.
$300
right?
a week, yeah.
And you failed at that in the beginning, didn't you?
I failed pretty miserably, yes. But it was effortless to fail. I mean, it's just like natural, yeah.
But truthfully, you went from $300 to, I remember you said your first time you believed, if I remember, was when you made like $2,500 in like 4 or 5
days when I was on vacation.
While you were on vacation.
That was when the true internet marketing dream was realized, you know, because I sold a downloadable product and I wasn't even there. I didn't have to ship anything. I was like, oh my God, this was so great, you know. $2,500, and to me that was just a gazillion, you know, because my rent I think was like $400 or something.
And when you've told me that story before, and you just did it again, and you get you big grin on your face, you get more excitement on your face than when you talk about doing 18, than when you talked about doing the 18 million, which I know you're proud as hell of, and you didn't get all the money, but you made 18 million bucks for somebody in 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
But look at your face. It's like nowhere near as excited as $2,500 in 5 days, baby.
Thing, though. I mean, the $2,500 is just as, there's no difference.
No, there's even more, because there was a moment when you recognized what was possible, but you didn't recognize it until you actually experienced it, but you only experienced it because you had to. You had to keep going until you found it, just like you did. You had to keep going until you found it.
And it's like the validation that the fear doesn't have to matter anymore, that you don't, there is no other, that, you know, not having the plan B and knowing that you're going down the one path towards what you want.
Yeah.
It's the validation in your brain that, hey, this works. It may not work yet on the level I want it to, but it works. I've just proven it to myself.
Right.
And for that, I win. It's game over. I've already won because I've proven it to myself.
Right.
So it validates everything in my mind that I want to do now just at a higher level and doing more of it. That's it.
Right. You just now leverage it. You now just stack it. So what do these people need to get started? Why aren't they starting? We all know the answer is fear. But the difference with you guys or me or anybody who's followed through is we're more afraid of what life would be like if we don't follow through than the person who's willing to settle for what they got and kind of hope it'll change and maybe purchase something for the moment and then not follow through on it. It's almost like people, overachievers, have a little more fear. They're a little more afraid of missing out. They're afraid of not being there, or they got a strong enough reason to follow through. So I'd say if you're looking at home, you want to give somebody some value, go, where do I start? I'm sick of this. That's a damn good place. That's probably why they bought the product in the first place, but now they're not.
Escape from that for just a minute.
What's that?
They bought the product to escape from that state.
Just for a moment.
Yeah.
So, because guess what? What makes people excited is progress. You don't have to be at the goal yet to feel alive again. You have to make progress. And the first step to progress is making a decision and buying the product. But then they don't do the second step, which is open the damn thing up.
I think another powerful distinction that you're hitting on here is the fact that a lot of people that have breakthroughs in their lives, like including Frank and I both in different, success stories, situations, whatever you want to call them, is that, people typically hit rock bottom before that must is a reality.
You're right.
So in thinking of that, because a lot of things as well, like we hear in marketing, like if you had a gun to your head right now and you had to make money in the next, 48 hours, what would you do? And that really resonates with people. But so I just wanted to bring this into the conversation because I think a big part of the market of all these people aren't people that have their backs completely against the wall yet.
That's right.
Okay, so they're not in a must situation yet. They're in a desire situation where they're okay in their lives. They do have big dreams and ambitions. They do want greater things. But it's not pushing them yet to the point where they will do what it takes
to master
have the
something.
Must. So what do you think? How do people go from not having their backs against the wall when they have no choice to say, I'm totally sick of this, to conditioning their minds to go from their situation where they are, which may be okay, to getting something greater?
Well, think about this. What pisses you off and what excites you is all relative. $300 a week, no, $2,500 excites him more, that memory to this day, than even the $1 million he did in his first 24-hour version, right? Or you breaking the 4 minute mile, $1 million. That must have been out of your mind. Tell me about that for a second. What did that feel like? You make $1 million in 24 hours. Nobody in history of the internet's done it.
Euphoria.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
What was your?
It wasn't even about the money.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
It wasn't really about the money.
No, it wasn't.
I wasn't thinking like, oh, that's how many cars I can buy.
No.
It just wasn't. It was just breaking through like another barrier of progress.
So at that point, it wasn't about your back to your wall. at that point, what it was really
It was
about.
a further point for my fear, is what it really was.
Further point for your fear, and for some people, and I think in some cases, it's also a recognition of who I am and what I'm capable of. So for somebody whose life is already great, this is about, what if I could take on another skill that could create more freedom for my life?